right. All right. Almost there. Hold on, Facebook world. That. Fix your hair, Molly, because you're live.
Ah! It's not going to get much better.
Yeah. Let's do this. All right. Welcome, Facebook Live. I'm still working on things. Sorry about the technical difficulties. We have Molly today on. Let me fix my lighting because you know what? Lighting makes me look younger, my wife says.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I need some good lighting in here.
Yeah. Makes the less wrinkles around the eyes. So a little trick for Facebook world. If you're doing videos, even Molly, they have these little lights you put on your phones. And it's amazing for even men and women to look younger. So anyway, just some help there. So welcome today. My name is Jerry Martin. Today we have on Molly. What's your last name again, Molly?
Piercey.
Piercey. I am excited to talk to her today because she has been able to start in back. How many years ago did you start your outdoor boot camp?
2010.
2010. Cool. So 2010, you started outdoor boot camp. Since then, you've moved indoors a few times, and we'll go over that in a few minutes. And has able to build your boot camp up to over 200 members in a 5,000 square foot facility without spending a dime on advertising. Is that correct?
Right. Print ad. I do Facebook ads and things like that, but no print ad.
Okay, cool. And so before we get started, I do want to promote a few things. One, the Fitness and Retention Conference is coming up in a little over 5 weeks. You're going to be there, right?
I am. I'm going to be there.
It is the only conference dedicated to retention. So if you're having trouble, like most gym owners out there, keeping your members longer, you can't miss the event. We have a lineup of speakers across the nation that are dedicated to talk about retention. So making sure you grab your tickets. Tickets are going fast, $147. It's a steal for the lineup we have there. So check it out. The link's going to be below the video. Get signed up for that. And also, if you're looking to increase your retention and looking for a better nutrition program, My Fit members, there's going to be a link for that too. You get a 30-day free trial to check it out. You're using that. Are you testing it out, aren't you?
I am. Yes, I love it so much. It's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. Well, we won't go into that because we're about your club. So tell us a little about, I know I've kind of sketches. Tell us a little bit how you got started and your progression to where you're at now. And then we'll kind of walk around your gym.
Okay. I started, like you said, about 7 years ago. I was a trainer at the YMCA, and I wanted to start teaching women's boot camp. So I started a small boot camp at the Y, and we eventually got kicked out because I started recruiting non-Y members, and they had a problem with that. So they said I couldn't do it there anymore, which was a blessing in disguise because I took it outside to a local stadium, and then it kind of grew from there.
So how many years did you do outdoor boot camp?
Well, I did outdoor boot camp for about 3 years. I'd say 3.5 years.
Okay.
All year round. And we live at the beach, so we had quite a variety of places to do it. So we would be at the beach, at the stadium, at the park, sometimes in my backyard. I would do it everywhere.
That is awesome. Today's going to be in our backyard. That's awesome.
They loved it.
Love it. I bet. That's awesome. And they just followed you around. So it's getting harder and harder to do outdoor boot camps because all the cities are really cracking down on it and making sure you have license and insurance, and they just don't like it. So, and then you moved into your first facility.
Right. I moved in, and that was a 1,500 square foot facility, and I moved in there, and at the time I had 60 active members, just outdoor boot camp members. So I knew it was planned, it was concise. I knew that with those 60 members, I could at least pay my bills. So that's when I kind of made the transition and decision to go ahead and move inside, because I was losing clients every January, February, March in the colder months. And I knew that that was the prime time to get newer clients with the new year. And then in April, end of March, I call everyone back. Okay, we're ready to start again. And then I just knew that there was a better way. So I decided to take the leap and open the first facility I had.
That's awesome. And now you're up to 5,000 square foot.
Yes, it's just shy of 5,000, right?
Okay. Awesome, and over 200 members. So before we get started, you showing us around, I want to mention a little teaser out here because I know we talked yesterday, and I want, to keep people hanging on. What I liked about what you said yesterday is you spend the bulk, you have your advertising money, but you spend most of it on your members, and that's what's caused your retention to be so well. So I definitely want to get into that. But before we do, kind of take us around your gym, show us around, show us what you got, some kind of toys you have going on. All right, we just lost your camera. We have Molly P on the screen. You there? Oh no. Molly? Molly? Hello. Where'd she go?
Okay, hold on.
All right.
I'm here.
All right, cool.
Hold on.
You're freaking me out.
I hit the wrong button.
She said she wasn't a real blonde, so I can't make
Okay, I'm here. Hi. I am going to try to flip this around and so you can see. And I keep hitting driving mode. Here we go.
Oh, awesome. Cool. All right.
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
We can, yes.
Okay. So I'm in a plaza. So there is the beautiful Myrtle Beach Eagles that you see on every corner. I'm in a plaza like that. And then we have a turf.
All right, cool.
And I've installed monkey bars, and we use that for a lot of different TRX and strength training.
Well, back up. I've never seen that. So you.
Okay, sorry, we have a little leak too that we're working on up there.
Oh, that's
gym
fine.
problems.
So those are attached to the rafters in the ceiling.
Right.
That is pretty neat.
It's custom made. So we had the steel company come in and measure and the specs. And I think because it is high off the ground, they're coming in another month and lowering it about 12 inches, just because we do a lot of kids boot camps too. And I've noticed when the kids get up there, it's becoming dangerous if they fall. Mm-hmm. So we may go ahead and lower that a little bit.
Awesome. So TRX straps, what else can you do with it?
TRX, and mainly it's a lot of TRX activities, and we have boxes that we can use them for pull-ups and things like that also. Okay,
cool. Have you seen the anchor point straps?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, they're the bungees are really make it a lot of stuff you can do with it. So
yeah, I really like those too.
Yeah, and he has a trade-in program too that he'll buy your TRX straps and resell them for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so check him out.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
So over here we just have one of those padded walls. We have a lot of golfers and personal training clients. So we throw a lot against that wall. And beyond that, we have a little section for lockers and our music. And this is our whiteboard that we have it posted. The workout of the day is up there. And every day they come in and they can kind of take a look at what we're going to be doing. We always put our challenges that we have going on. Right now we have a little black dress challenge. I talked to you about that.
Right.
And then we have an August challenge to bring members in. They can make $50. They only have to bring 5 new people in, and they get $50 for doing that.
So they bring 5 people in
to try it, and they don't. The people that try it, they don't even have to sign up. They just have to bring 5 people in, and there's a couple rules we have. They must attend a boot camp class, must be a local, and cannot be a prior member.
Okay, awesome.
So
that works pretty well for you.
Yeah, it's going extremely well. So we keep track of who brings in who and what trainer is actually teaching that class, because the trainer is also getting bonus based on who signs up after their particular class. So it's just a little incentive that we have going on in the gym for our staff and our members.
I like it. So it keeps your staff engaged on running your
Mhm.
business is what
And
I
this is our little
really,
black dress challenge that we're doing.
yes.
We're using your app for this challenge, and this is a 64-day, just like a standard. We do a couple of these a year, and we'll have a kickoff meeting, and so that's coming up, and we'll end to celebrate. We usually do some sort of competition, but I decided instead of a competition to make this called a challenge so everyone can succeed. And it didn't, it opened it up for more people to sign up. And then everyone who finishes it will get to attend the little black dress party.
That's awesome. Oh, and I want to key on what you said about getting your trainers involved. That a lot of boot campers or group training, their trainers don't get involved. They're treated like class instructors,
Right.
And so yeah, getting them involved, and that's the whole part of the backbone for my fit members is making them part of the team, making them do what they're supposed to do by being part of your company and helping you retain members and gain members. So I love what you said there. Yes.
I realize that the trainers are clutch for me, because if you're not here all the time, they're the ones that sell the program. So I try to do as much for my trainers as I can. I pay them very well. They get a lot of bonuses. They have a lot of perks for working here. So I treat my trainers exactly how I figured, like if I didn't own this place and I was working as a trainer, what would I want to never leave? So that's how I like to treat all of my trainers.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, so moving on, we have a little, this one is under construction, but what I do is when people join, I take a Polaroid of everyone and we put it on the wall, and they have the option of writing a word that describes them. So all of these that are up here are members. And besides that one, that's my daughter. You're probably like, who's that little member? But yeah, so they can come in here and they like to reflect, and some of them are really faded, which is cool because they are one of my first members in the old studio, and we have that, and they like to talk about the words, and they rekindle their first days, and it's just a very nostalgic piece, and people like it. So
where did you get them frames like that? What are they?
Oh, well, these are just regular Polaroids, and they're frames I believe I got from Michael's.
Okay.
And then I just frame them.
Okay. All right. I see.
So we're missing one because it was really loose. I didn't like when people were walking past, it was kind of wobbly. So that is that. So that's our little our member wall. They can kind of look, and people like coming in here and say, oh, I know him, I know her, I know. So that's always nice too. It makes them feel comfortable.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then this is our auxiliary room. They're kind of set up for boot camp. And here tonight, we still use every space. If the space is available, we'll run the boot camp in all the rooms. But sometimes we have personal training going on in here. And this will be used for yoga at night. We offer complimentary classes for all of our members that they don't have to pay for. We can kind of talk about that in a little bit, how I do my pricing. But we teach abs class in here and yoga in here. And sometimes we'll have 2 classes going on at once. But we have doors that we can shut.
Okay.
And then back here is more of the standardized gym equipment that we have. And you'll notice that, I wanted to keep it very crisp and clean. And when I was designing the gym, I went around to a lot of gyms. When I'd visit the West Coast, I just kind of tried to take a little bit of each that I liked. And I just like it to look clean and crisp at all times. So, and then back there's just a washer dryer. And then here's just some more of our equipment that we have out of sight that you can't really see.
Right.
And then back here we have 2 bathrooms. So that is the gist.
So showers. There's always this question about showers. Do you have showers?
No, gosh, no.
Okay.
Everyone wants it and it sounds great, but for me, I functioned so long without showers, and at the old studio did not have them either. And it was just more of a burden, and just having to clean them daily. having to make sure and too many problems. So
yeah, and that's what that's what we found out is they don't use them. Then you get a handful to use them. So yeah, you're right. Everybody wants them. I want to use it, and then even after a session, how do you if you have 25 to 30 people in a session and 2 showers, that doesn't work out either.
It doesn't. No.
So it just causes. So yeah, okay. I just want to address that because that's always do we need to get showers? Because members will push you hard to put showers in, and then you put them in, and that's $10,000 worth of showers.
For what it's right. And most people that attend this gym are in a 5-mile radius of the gym. Mm-hmm. So, and that I think is pretty typical of most gyms. You don't really kind of go outside your bubble too often. So right. Everyone's home is generally close. These are our shirts, and these change all the time, but I wanted to present them in a nice way. I like everything to be nice and neat. I put them in frames, and awesome. These rotate in and out, depending on what we have. And then we have just our merchandise. We do sell some products. We sell Advocare here, and just the standard front desk. Our front desk girls work when we have boot camp sessions. I try to be, and then an hour past, I feel like they can get everything done that needs to be done in that time. Just having someone sitting here when we don't have any sessions or classes going on is kind of a waste of money, in my opinion. So I really optimize when people are here and what they're doing. And then this is just my little office that I let the trainers use if they need. We have our body fat. We do a lot with that. And then this is just like extra merchandise and things like that. And my solar eclipse glasses.
Are you OCD?
I'm not. No, I'm not.
You are very clean. This place looks amazingly.
I know what our demographic, and most boot camps, they want it to be nice and clean and neat every single time they come in, and they want it to look the exact same way. So they know what to expect. If they bring their friend in, they're not going to be embarrassed by anything. We have, I like to say the first time they walk through the doors, that's our chance to impress them. And it needs to look the same every single time.
Cool. All right. Well, go grab a seat. Let's talk.
Sure. Yeah. Let me head in here. Let me see. I'll have to sit down in my office and let's see if I can not screw this up like I did last time. Okay.
Let me switch screens.
And I did. Hold on. I did it again.
Dun, 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 dun.
My phone is so sensitive to this app.
So while she's doing that, guys, even if you're watching this after we're going to promote it out and boost it out, so making sure you share, comment. The more that happens, the more people will see it. Each and every week we do this, we find something special that a club owner does that we can share out to other club owners. The whole premise behind this is to really share information so we all can benefit, so we all can change lives together. So if you like it, definitely hit the likes. If you don't like it, I don't care. Hit the likes anyway, because it helps. And I put a post out not too long ago. Somebody posted that it's funny in the Facebook world, if somebody's controversial or something bad's going on, everybody likes, comments, and shares that. But the stuff that's out there to really help people, they get less likes and less shares. It's the craziest thing. It's the Facebook cesspool. That if you're gossiping, you're going to like a lot of shares and comments. But if you're really trying to help people, we tend not to do it. And I'm as guilty as it. So I'm trying to do better myself when I see a post that I know is putting some great information out there. I'm hitting like and commenting. So anyway. So let's talk about what you do to keep your clients engaged, what type of money you spend on them. I don't know. Yeah, and I know you have some things you want to talk about. So go ahead. I'll let you talk.
Yeah. There's so many things that I have constantly going on at the same time. One thing is we always have a contest or a mini challenge going on. The members just absolutely love that. and it keeps people engaged with each other and with me and the gym. So every single month we have something going on. And I wrote down a few of our past challenges. We had 2 months ago, Push Your Partner Challenge, which was a challenge where they had to team up with someone and come to as many sessions, different sessions as you could. We had a March Madness Challenge back in March, which was a challenge based on workouts, and you could win a bracket. We had a Spring into Summer Challenge this year, and we're in the August Back to School Challenge, which is a financial game. We had a Transformation Challenge where the winning team each won $800. There are 4 members. And then previous to that, we had a challenge where a team won a trip to the Dominican Republic, flight, air, and everything. And so as we had talked about, all of these challenges and I always give really good prizes. They all come with the price, financial. So I spend a lot of my money on the prizes and the challenges and the parties that we have.
So, and these challenges are for your current members and new members, correct?
Right. Yeah. To enter any of my challenges, you have to be a member of the gym. So I'll get a lot of members to try, like when I do a big transformation challenge. If I make a Facebook post, people will get some friends and they'll join the gym and do the challenge.
I like that approach. Most, what we're accustomed to is we use challenges to bring in new members and convert them, to bring in new people into the challenge and then convert them to a member. You're saying, hey, the only way you can get in the challenge is to become a member. And so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're pretty strict on membership here. We try to make our drop-in rates pretty high, just because it's all about having the member in here. So we offer some auxiliary classes like a powerlifting class and some kids camps that I do open it up to the public, but the prices are always substantially higher if you're not a member.
Okay. And do you charge your members for the challenges?
Oh, for the challenges, what do I charge? Well, it's different for different challenges. So not all challenges cost money to join.
Okay.
The back to school challenge that you saw, that didn't cost any money. Actually, we're paying them money. The Little Black Dress Challenge, which is a accountability challenge, it does cost them $77 to enter that. And then most of the little challenges that I give cool monthly prizes don't cost any money for them to enter. The big transformation challenges that I run when we're giving the free trips and free parties and free experiences, I do charge and it's kind of weird what you think when people can make money off their challenges. I don't use it like that. Hands down, the money that people enter with pays for the prizes. Right. Sometimes I don't break even with that. Just depends on how many people enter. But I do it to keep people engaged so they have skin in the game and they're active in the challenges and they're talking about the challenges, and it's just more exciting for the members.
Okay, so just to clear up some confusion, how many big challenges do you do a year?
Okay, how many big challenges? Probably 2 or 3.
Okay, and the rest of them are just 2
monthly.
or 3. Yeah, so 4 weeks. It's the small ones when you say
right.
monthly. And then the bigger ones are 6 weeks to 8 weeks, or what?
No, the bigger ones are always 8 weeks. I try to keep it because I feel like the 12-week challenges, you end up losing people because they're getting tired and bored of the challenges. And sometimes for the big transformation challenges, 30 days is just not enough time to see extreme, really great results. So I usually keep those transformation challenges just at 8 or 9 weeks.
I like the ones you talked about, the team challenges, because when you create teams, you start locking your members together. And that is one key to retention that most people miss out on, because if you can lock your members together, then they form them friendships, and it's more about just an exercise program. It's their family. I'm assuming that's what you're getting out of it too, right?
Yeah.
That you're seeing
Can you turn your volume up just a tad bit? I'm having trouble for some reason hearing. It was just recently.
Let me do this. 1, 2.
Plug in my headset again. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
It's okay. If I pull it close to my ear, you'll know why.
Yeah, let me see if I hit something here. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's okay.
Awesome. Maybe that's what it is. Turn this up. All right, so where we at? So challenges, and we talked about yesterday about your sales approach. So talk, and I don't want to throw you off track, but you talked about how you bring people in and you have this system that you set up to where everybody's involved. Your coaches, your people front desk, and there's this whole process you use to get people to join the gym.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to walk you through a lot of stuff we get comes in through the internet. Just inquiries, people visiting the website, and every single one of those inquiries comes to me directly. I set it up that way on purpose. And after they inquire, I'll always set up a phone call with them. And the reason why I set it up with me is I'll always set up about 30 minutes because I know, they might not want to drive to the gym and sit down in a face-to-face with me. I try to make it as convenient as possible for them and as easy as possible. So I try to set that up pretty fast after the inquiry. And, I'm a pretty good, person for them to relate to because I'm in their demographic of age, and this is a predominantly women's boot camp. So I can easily find something to relate to that potential client. And my sole job is getting them to come into the gym and try out a class. Right. And then from there, after that, it's kind of handed over to the trainers. So when they come in, they are greeted by the front desk, and the front desk's job is always, if it's somebody new, always, they have to fill out the standard paperwork and right. then get their address and everything like that. And then they walk them over to the lead trainer of the day and introduce themselves. And that trainer knows that it's their job to make that new person feel as most comfortable. It is now their job to handle that client during class, saying their name, making sure they don't have injuries, treating them. We introduce them to the boot camp and asking them how their workout was after, and closing them as they go over to the front desk. They're trying to get them to commit to a package, and we can talk about the different packages that I offer. And then after that, the front desk, they could walk out. We always send them a personal thank you card after in the mail that day. It gets mailed, followed up by a personal email to them, talking about the class and the trainer. I don't do anything on auto template, like getting those generic, hope you had a great class. If you want more information, I do not believe in that at all whatsoever. It needs to be personal to their experience that day, who brought them in, why were they here? These are all things that they're getting cues from right. that person. And then if we don't hear back in a few days after that, I'll send them an email, and I will send them, give them another personal phone call. So it's kind of a long process. I know it could probably be automated a little bit more, but what we have, it works. So it works for us.
Yeah, I know there's the automation, and I understand it. I get it. But people they know they're automated emails. They're not stupid. It's very apparent, and they may not know in the beginning, but they eventually catch on. Like for instance, my wife's emails. It started sending out some crazy emails, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. So it's like, hey, and then your name,
Right. Yeah, I know. And sometimes it's like, hi, your name, no space. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we're in a relationship business. And if you really want retention, you've got to treat your customers like they're your friends. And you're not going to send your friend a automated email. And you're not going to send your friend a pre-printed postcard or thank you cards. You're handwriting the cards. And so if you want retention, if you want to create that connection, you got to treat them like they're a family or friend. Am I assuming that's what you're doing, right?
It's true. We're just trying to treat them with the respect that they're coming in here and they're already nervous as it is to come into an atmosphere like this many of the time. So we just want them to feel comfortable and that we notice that they're here.
Right.
So that whole process that I told you about really, I think, makes them feel that way.
Cool. All right. So let's go over your pricing.
Okay. So my pricing, I set up my pricing as a mom. I am a mom myself. I have a 6-month-old and a 5-year-old. And I had a problem like going to a gym or a boot camp because I had done many of boot camps prior to starting my own. Right. That it was just kind of like, this is what it is. And do you want to do it? Great. Okay, that's it. But what about if I go on vacation? But what about, I don't know if I can get here. So how our gym is set up is we do use Mind Body app, but nobody signs up for classes. I use Mind Body for the back end only. So there isn't a class set up. You don't have to sign in for classes, but we have different tiers of memberships here because I realize that every mom or non-mom or working woman or stay-at-home mom has different schedules that they can get to. So we offer classes 5:15, 6:15, 7:15, 8:15, 9:15, a midday, an afternoon, and an evening. And all of our classes are 45 minutes. But whatever package I'm about to tell you, you can come to any class you want based on your package. So you don't sign in, you just show up. We offer sessions a month. So we offer, you can either buy 9 sessions a month, which equates to about being able to work out twice a week, which is really all some people can do. We offer 13 sessions a month, which equates to coming 3 times a week. And then we offer unlimited packages. And obviously that, you know what that is. Right. So those are 3 tiers of memberships that they can buy. And then they just kind of, that way I'm not selling them on price. I'm actually selling them on when they're available. So it's not like, can you afford this? It's when can you come? This is the package for you. Right. And that is, something that is really effective. So they tell me, oh, I can come 3 times a week. I said, okay, well then this is your package and that's it. It's sold, it's done. And then we have auxiliary programs like many gyms. We have specialty, like we're offering, it's called Boot Camp 2.0. It's heavy weightlifting. We have like yoga seminars. We have things like that. So what they're actually paying for is the boot camp classes. But on top of boot camp classes here, we happen to offer yoga 5 times a week. We offer a Zumba class once a week, and we usually call it family Zumba. So people can bring their kids into that class with them. And then we offer a couple abs classes, core classes a week. Those classes do not count towards their boot camp classes. They're complimentary classes to members. And they love that. They feel as though, you know what I mean, they're getting value for what they're buying. If someone wants to walk off the street and attend a yoga class, it's going to cost them a pretty expensive dollar. But for our members, those are considered complimentary.
Cool. Well, what are your prices on the different tiers?
Okay, so my prices, and this is so funny. Everyone says to me, your prices are so low. But you have to understand, I ran this boot camp outside for a really long time, and I am targeting all different types of demographics. So yes, my prices are low. I know this. I have veteran rates that these are the girls that have been with me for 5-6 years. They have veteran rates. And then I have new member rates too. So my new member rates went into effect in mid 2016 as I was preparing for this new facility. So what are my prices? You're dying to know. My 2 times a week package, which is 8 sessions, is $97 a month. So you get the boot camp and then you get the complimentary classes. And then my 3 times a week is $117 and my unlimited is $137.
Oh my God, you're cheap. You need to
I know, it's so cheap. And the funny thing is, just like every gym owner, there's still people that have problems with, the pricing.
Right.
But I have a lot of upsells too. So we have kids boot camp, we have high school boot camp, middle school boot camp, little kid boot camp. I have the extra weightlifting classes. I have, like I said, the seminars. I have the challenges. So there's more to it than just that. But that's what I am. I've been told by some mentors that I need to raise my prices. It's just not showing I'm valuable, but it's important to me. I'd rather truly have more people that can afford to do this than have 30 members paying $250 a month or whatever. To me, that is the most important. That is why I got into the business, to help people. And that is why I am where I am on my prices.
Right. And that's fine. I don't see an issue with that at all. Is that where your heart is at, and where you can help people at a different level? Yeah, I know when you get into coaching programs, they're trying to get you to jack your prices up to over $200 a month, $250 a month, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I get it. You're gonna get to hire the higher clientele, but it's harder to sell, and you really got to be on your sales game to get to those levels. So we kind of hit in the middle of the road. So your prices are not too terribly cheap. So they're
probably some of the cheapest that you've seen. Well, based on the research that I have done, they are hands down the cheapest in a lot of scenarios. And actually, in my town, we're pretty low. But you have to look at the demographics of your area too. The people that say, oh, people will pay for it. It's true, but we live in a very poor to, middle class town that, people just aren't, and there's a lot of competition in a beach town with gyms and things like that. So I've taken all of this into consideration, and that's just where I've wound up, and I'm happy with it. So
that's all that matters. Yeah. And then, honestly, I don't know if you've ever heard of, there's a, in the Fit Body Bootcamp world, there's Matt Wilberg. He owns several gyms, our facilities, and he is roughly about 137, but each of his locations have 400 to 600 to 800 members. And so he's hit that sweet spot too. There's that little sweet spot to where people don't like to go over. You go over 150, they're like, oh my gosh, that's $150 a month. So I definitely love it. Is there anything else on your notepad there that you want to go over?
I didn't hear that last part.
Is there any other questions on your notepad? Any other information on your notepad? You had notes that you want to go over.
What else did I want to talk about? Well, I really wanted to talk about, okay, so I do like a lot of free events for my members too. We had talked about this before. Every month I do a girls' night here. This isn't a challenge or anything, but this really brings members together and we bond. So last month it was game night, and then another night it was called a women's seminar. I had a few speakers come in and talk. We have done like minute to win it game night. We do all kinds. We'll do a bring your meal night, all here at the gym. And those are just a hit. And I'll tell you what, it builds loyalty with the members beyond bonding and boot camp class. And the girls look forward to those events every single month. So that is something that if you're not doing something like that, I highly recommend doing that.
The game night is huge because, I know when you go to these parties and they have I know you've got your ear up to the phone. Have you tried?
I do. Hold on. I'm going to flip this around.
Can you turn your volume up?
For some reason, I don't know. See if you can turn your kind of went off, and then
see if you can turn your volume up on your phone. Maybe that's it.
Tried.
Dun dun dun. Let me talk. How about now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, can you hear me? Where did you go? Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Here. Vale. Turn your screen around.
There we go. Okay, we're good.
All right, now you got to turn your camera back around.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it like this for a little bit.
Okay.
So I can hear you a little bit better.
All right. Now we can't hear you. Something just happened.
Okay, hold on.
That's better.
Let me
Yeah.
see. We'll
That's
get
better,
this right. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Not
Awesome.
great, but I can hear you.
All right. Where's them earbuds we talked about?
Yeah, I know. It is a list, on a mile-long list of stuff.
No. Where's your? Yeah. Okay. The earbuds. You still have them?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't have them ever.
Okay. Cool. All right. So I was saying about game nights. It's fun because when we go to a party, we look forward to playing group games, and to provide that for your members is amazing. Do you invite their family, or is it just the women? Can their kids come?
No, I do it just with members. We do some family events every year, but here for the women's nights, again, I say I'm kind of strict on like the member thing. It's for our members. So we'll do about 5 or 6 big family workouts a year where you can invite your family members and your kids and your husbands. But for that particular game night, it's just been members only.
Okay. And talk about, I know you said yesterday you have your party, your party, you had it at your house.
Oh, yeah.
And I love that because I was talking about you yesterday to Rick Streb, and he does the same thing. And he says, if they're your family, they should be welcome inside your house.
Right.
And that really, it shows your members that you really care at a different level. So, tell us about how your parties go.
Twice a year, I have a big party at my house. We always do a blowout Christmas party. This past year, like I said, we had about 150 people there, and all they have to do is show up. They all get really nice custom gifts and free food, alcohol, and we of course play games because I'm a game player. Mm-hmm. Prior to being in the fitness world, I was an event and party planner too. So that was in my younger years. So I know how to throw a good party.
Good.
So we'll be there for 5-6 hours at my party, and then we do a summer party, and I'll get a band and food, and then we'll do a special event party. Like last year, it was for my trainer's 30th birthday. We did a red carpet theme, and then we also are about to do a murder mystery night at my house, and that is for the men's boot camp program. So our men's boot camp program is smaller. There's probably only 30 men in our men's boot camp. It's just kind of growing. We've just started it. So I needed to do something for them too, so they can bring their wives, and we'll do the murder mystery party. Murder mystery.
So how does that go? How does murder mystery?
Okay, like I just said that I was an event planner before. So it's this huge, if you want to know how to throw one, you can just email me after. It's this huge process. And it involves people getting their characters in the mail, getting clues in the mail, coming dressed up. And then the whole point is trying to figure out who's the killer. So this theme is Vegas, Sin City.
So I am going to call you about that. I'm interested.
Yeah, it's so fun. And like I said, this is a free event for them to come to for them. So again, they don't have to pay to attend. So you can see with all these parties, probably spend $15,000-$16,000 in parties. Like once you figure out all of the gifts and the food and the games and the entertainment that I have a year.
Wow.
So forget print ad, throw parties. Just kidding.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. Well, thank you very, very much. I think we're out of time.
Okay.
I love this interview. I definitely want to get in touch with you about the game and because to get some more information about different games, that would be awesome. And I look forward to seeing you at the conference again.
I'm excited to be there. I cannot wait.
Awesome. I can't wait to meet you in person. And like I said, if you hadn't got your tickets, go ahead and grab them now. Click the link below. Seats are running out fast. So make sure you're there in Atlanta, Georgia, September 22nd, 23rd. Totally about retention. So thank you very much, Molly. I'll be reaching out to you pretty soon, and you have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Okay, thanks. You too.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yes, ma'am.